kind of want to come back to the finance theme, underlying theme of finances. We talked about point X in your book and getting to point X. Just a review for those who aren't aware, didn't see part one, or just a refresher. Point X is essentially the point at which you can stop working for your money and your money works for you. So a lot of people call it financial independence, financial freedom, but it's the point at which you essentially work because you want to, not because you have to. How do you see, we talked a little bit before about why someone may want to be just an employee, liability, responsibility, headaches, stress, versus being an independent contractor or then a practice owner. Is there a difference between the different selection of how someone chooses to practice between that and their ability to then get to the point of point X more quickly or at all?
Yeah, well, again, when you're a practice owner, your ability to get point X will go up significantly. Okay. And again, the reason for that is the only reason anybody will hire a dentist to work for them is because they know they're going to have the leverage of making more money by having an employee perform the service. You know, myself and yourself, when you're a dentist or a financial advisor, you can only work a certain number of hours per day and produce a certain amount of revenues. But if you bring in employees, now you have an ability to grow a larger practice. Mm-hmm. So what are the big advantages of practice ownership? Well, number one, the wealth of deductions and tax credits that are available to you, you'll end up paying less in taxes overall. Mm-hmm. Just on the pension side alone, I gave you the example of an IRA versus a SEP IRA, mm-hmm. but I have older dentists that have not done a great job of saving for retirement. We put them in cash balance defined benefit plans. Now they're able to put away $300,000, $400,000 a year, all tax deductible. Those things are just not available to you mm-hmm. when you're a W-2 employee. And you know, one of the often overlooked aspects of being a practice owner is you're making an investment of money and time, so it doesn't come for free, but eventually you have the freedom of picking your own hours, your own schedule. No one's going to tell you how to treat a patient. You're going to do it the way you want to do it. So if you're that type of person that you want to be in complete control of your destiny, your future, mm-hmm. then going to work for somebody probably is not going to be a good fit for you, especially in dentistry. And then the added benefit is you're going to build equity. So let's say a dental practice start a dental practice from scratch. Now you're going down 30 years from now, you're ready to sell it. You're grossing $5 million per year. There's a good chance you're going to get $5 million or more from your dental practice, especially if you sell to a DSO down the line, because their formulas, they end up paying more than general dentists might pay for that practice. So that's yet another benefit down the road, because you're not just practicing dentistry, but you're running a business. And at the end, if that business has significant value, there's going to be another big payday down the road for you as well.
Yeah, from a personal standpoint, I know I never would have been able to get to point X as quickly as I did if I didn't own the practice. There's just no way. There's a lot more stress. There's a lot longer hours. It's not like it's just, you can go down the same path for 20 years and end up at the same point just with a lot more money. No, it's going to take more of a toll in certain ways. It's a lot more compromise and sacrifice. But if, as you said, if you're wired for that and you're geared for that, and you wouldn't be, as I knew I never would be a good employee in the sense of working for someone else doing it the way they said. I knew that about myself from the beginning. I was willing to take some harder years early on and have much less coming in to have much, much, much higher returns as the practice grew. And you can reap those rewards as well as the tax advantages on the day-to-day side of things, as well as the retirement side of things. And we'll get much more into the retirement side and the third part where we'll dive a lot deeper into those options as well.